So myself and my roommate Scott Pham, we just got back from Seattle. He trailered my car up to drive at Pro-Am at Evergreen. And before I left, like 3 or 4, or maybe like a week before I left, we did a prep video for Park Fest, and his car was in a little bit, the Twincharged RX7 FD, and it's now my highest viewed video. And you guys keep commenting, asking about the specs on the car, how it's set up, parts he's running, angle, suspension, wheels, kit, all that shit. So I thought, why not do a car check? So we came to Scott's dad's house, and we are going to do a car check on this RX7 FD. I'm going to have him do most of the talking, though, because I don't know all the specs. I actually know close to nothing about his car. So we're going to jump into it. We'll start at the back like we did on my car check and work our way forward and try and give as much detail and insight as we can into his FD drift car with a 1JZ. Alright, so this is my roommate Scott Pham. Follow him on Instagram, Pham_tastic. I'll put it right here so you guys can make sure to follow him and all the progress on his car through the off season and the rest of this season. So we're starting at the back. Scott, fucking run us through everything.
Well, the aero on this car is pretty straightforward. We have Big Country Labs wing. I've been running them shits ever since they first came out 3 or 4 years ago. And 99 spec tail lights. I had a diffuser on there, but as you can clearly see, I ripped it off as I was tandeming at Park. So we're gonna put that back on before Super D in the beginning of October, what the hell it is. And let's come back around. Got D-Max rear 50mm wide body, D-Max front 20mm wide body. It's a knockoff BN kit. As you can see, it's completely thrashed. It's seen better days.
You guys have no idea how crazy his kit is pieced together right now. It's just like a flap of fiberglass, but when it's on and you're like 3 feet away, it looks as it did when it was brand new.
Yeah, at this point it's more zip ties than fiberglass, but you know.
Yeah, there might be more plastic than fiberglass at this point. Ganondorf mirrors?
Yep, Ganondorf mirrors.
Ganondorf mirrors, which came with this car when he got it, which is super awesome because they're very overpriced.
And stock mirrors are hideous.
Stock mirrors on FDs are terrible, yeah. What's your wheel specs and wheels?
Well, the main set of wheels I'm running are Wed Bazarias.
Which is the front
Fronts
wheel?
are 18 by 10.5 plus 5. And the rears aren't on there right now. They're 18 by 12, 0. Those are 11.5, -5, so they fit roughly about the same.
Yeah, so if you want to look cool on the track, you got to get Hot Boy wheels, which, as you guys all know, I used to have some KFs, which are kind of Hot Boy, and I sold them, and now I have not Hot Boy wheels. So, yeah, this is, I mean, to have spares that somewhat match your normal wheels at a, you know, a caliber of $4,000, $3,000 wheels is super awesome. And you built these wheels, right?
No, I got them built.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are custom built. Scott did not build them himself, but he got them built. So they're perfect for his car, and or perfect for what he thinks is good. Most people might think this is not super functional. As you can see, this fender is completely broken in half due to these wheels.
Hella fitment though.
Yeah, super good fitment though. Baller. All right, front bumper is the BN knockoff from the kit. They don't make it anymore, so next year he's got something up his sleeve that's going to be super fucking awesome. I'm just going to say 2F Performance, and you guys can let your minds wander. There's the hood stock.
Yes.
Hood stock.
Hood stock, but I cut it for my intake filter so I can get some lower IATs.
We're going to jump into the interior now. It's super crammed in there, so we'll try and get in there the best we can so you can see everything. All right, so it's a little dark, but this is the inside of Scott's FD. I don't know anything about it, so Scott, what?
Well, I mean, first off, I had to have a bride seat. This is a bride Z3 Type L. Jesse Streeter imported it for me back when I was building the car. Didn't want to go with a cheap route. Just kind of wanted someone nice. This is just some BS passenger seat I got from a buddy for damn near $20. So I mean, it works. People sit in it. So
it's in here. And you built the cage?
Yeah, I built the cage myself. Everything you see in the car, fabrication work-wise, wiring-wise, I did it all myself, except the exception of my engine harness, which Vvti spec'd it from Unicorn Garage. Super dope, super quality. And
let me tell you, this fucking cage is so tucked. This is such a small chassis, which I don't, unless you've seen an FD in real life, you don't really know. It's like basically the size of a Miata, but he tucked this cage so good. It's got a gusset here, door bars, come out a little bit, but still he fits like a door card. It's a custom door card, but
custom door card from Airwolf. Jake Wolf Miller makes them all.
Yeah.
He does all my canards and ABS plastic stuff and super high quality. Fucking love them.
Yeah, if you want a cage to be fitted nice and tight in the Portland area, go to SV Performance. Scott will put in a cage for Pro-Am spec, FD spec, half cage, door bars, whatever you want. He can do it. I wish the lighting was better so you could really see the quality of this. And you do all TIG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all TIG welded. So super good quality. You got that weird NRG flip up.
Yeah, everybody seems to always ask me about them, but I got tired of having a quick release because I always forget my steering wheel and I hate getting in and out of my car all the time. So super simple. Clicks down, you want it up, just clicks right back up again. Makes it easier to get in and out.
What steering wheel is that? Gripper wheel?
I honestly don't know. My buddy got it for me and I didn't ask questions.
Chinese knockoff.
Probably a Chinese knockoff.
Custom hydro e-brake with a what is that? What size wrench is that?
1 inch snap-on wrench.
1 inch, well, snap-on, so you know you had to go baller. A little weird. Scott runs an inline hydro, so he's only got one caliper in the rear. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but he makes it work. You guys have all seen him drive on my videos and Instagram and whatnot. So he makes it work fine. Dragon Ball Z.
7-star. You know how it is.
Was it 7-star?
Yeah, it is.
7-star, okay. Custom fuse box, a bunch of little tiny fuses. How many?
It's all aftermarket chassis wiring. So when
Did you do all the?
Yeah,
he did the engine harness though.
I redid the whole chassis harness because when I got it, I don't really like dealing with FD factory wiring or anything like that, tying into whatever. So I ripped everything out till it was just bare metal and just ran my own harness, built everything. Still has power windows, power sunroof, taillights, headlights, all working gauges, etc., etc., and so forth.
Basically a street car. So that's most of the interior. The interior is painted the same as the outside. You know, you had to go with that doo-doo brown for villains. The livery is done by Ian at Factory 83. And then, yeah, that's it for the interior. Most of the comments I've gotten are about Scott's engine setup, which I'll let him explain, but it is very unique. It's very different. It's not a rotary because, I mean, let's be real. Rotary is not life. Jay-Z is life. So Scott is going to answer all the questions you have about his twin-charged 1JZ setup. So we're going to jump into that now. All right, so I don't even know where to start with this. So Scott, fucking what is this?
Well, this is just a completely stock block 1JZ Vvti. I managed to get the motor, traded my old non-Vvti 1J for it, and I stuck with my old guns, what I used to do back in my old competition FC. So it's a twin-charged car, which you probably don't hear that often. Not twin-turbo, twin-charged. So as you see right here, you see the top, it's a Borg Warner S366 turbo. And then right underneath it, it's really hard to see.
Do you have a flashlight?
Probably get a light on it real quick if my phone doesn't die, which it probably is going to. But there it is, right down there.
Yep.
That's an Eaton M90 supercharger. And
what's that from?
it's off a mid-90s Ford Super Coupe, if I remember right.
Okay.
So basically what it is the supercharger is always going, there's no off switch to it. So when you rev it, it's force spooling this oversized turbo. So basically no matter when I touch the throttle at any point in given time, it's always going to have max boost, which I run 21 PSI. So
about 400 horsepower?
About 400 horsepower to the wheels. And the torque curve, always.
Yeah, 400 horsepower always. Not at 5,600 RPM, always.
Down in 2,000 RPM and that's max power.
Yeah.
Anytime I touch the throttle.
Any other like crazy mods you had to do to make that work?
Not too much. The FD shell and like the FD engine bay is really small, so I kind of had to redesign my mount bracket for my supercharger. But other than that, just basic 1JZ stuff.
And so this is a custom intake manifold?
Yep. Well, it's a eBay brand that I had to chop up and modify to make actually work because, let me just be honest, nothing really fits off eBay.
Yeah, true. What size injectors?
They're 1000s.
1000s.
Bosch EV1s.
Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator.
It's got a Walbro 450 fuel pump. All the tanks and intercooler pipe and aluminum work you see in here, I did myself. I built my swirl pot, my overflow, all the intercooler piping.
And the tube front end. Yep. And then here's his intake, which is super dope how it comes out of the hood. Little heat shield here.
That's the only issue with this setup is it generates a lot of heat.
Yeah, his car gets very hot.
You gotta try to cool it down as much as I can. And
what size throttle body?
it is a Q45 throttle body, so it's like a 90 or something, so roughly around there. Or 100,
okay. What do you do for steering angle?
Steering angle, they're FD knuckles that I modified. Other than that, nothing's really too aftermarket down there. I have bump steer correctors, because FDs are horrible for bump steer, and I also had to lower my rack, so it made the geometry even worse. But
how much angle do you think you get?
Not a lot.
Like 45?
Maybe like 45, 50-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, it works. It goes sideways, I guess, and doesn't spin out.
What coils do you run?
They're Fortunato 500s.
Fortunato 500s.
Probably one of my favorite coils I've ever driven on, to be honest.
What suspension arms in the rear?
Nothing really aftermarket in the back. I just have battle version rear lowers, so I can help correct my camber.
Yeah.
And then I'm running a Z33 transmission with an SV Performance adapter plate on it. So I got the 6-speed manual behind there because I hate Toyota transmissions with a burning passion.
Yeah, same. Yeah, if you guys are doing a 1J or a 2J swap and you don't want to spend the money on an R154, do the CD09, which is the 350Z transmission, SV Performance. They make an adapter plate kit, and they'll steer you in the right direction on how to do it, and best clutch setup, and what modifications you have to make to bolt the trans up to the engine. Alright, so I hope I covered everything. If there's something that we didn't cover that you are dying to know about Scott's FD, just ask him on Instagram. You can DM, shoot him a comment, fam_tastic. Holler at him. If you comment about it, asking questions, I'll try and ask him and then answer the best I can if I have time. But yeah, thanks for checking out his car. He will be at Super D at Grange in California, October 9th-ish. Not sure. I'm going to try and go also, but it's up to this girl if I can go because she's the one with the truck and the trailer. So go to K_nutty on Instagram and tell her you want to see me at Super D and to let me use her truck and trailer. And hopefully we will see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.